Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Start a small garden. For today's video, I'm gonna show you how to grow squash vertically. So I have kabocha squash and butternut squash here in the pot. I started them from seed and I planted them in the same big pot. This part of the experiment, but I wanted to prove that I can do it, so you can do it too. So squash takes a lot of space, but if you're wise, you can use trellis or use your own vertical space, especially if you have a small garden. So here in my small garden in the backyard, I use some garden netting and some garden sticks that is just a metal coated with a plastic, and then I connected it to a metal divider, and then use some garden twine to make more areas as for the netting. And so here is my journey of my kabocha and butternut squash. I can say that I had a success in growing them vertically because they are really very prone to disease if you just let them scatter around. But growing it vertically saves a lot of space, and you can really see the progress, how it grows, and it's really a space saver since I don't have a lot of space to grow the squash here. Growing it vertically is very possible and you can do it. So just keep in mind when you are growing squash vertically is that you have a strong trellis, and you check it every now and then that even though they have tendrils, that you kind of guide them where you want them to sprawl around or roam around. So this is a very beautiful kabocha squash. This is my first time growing this variety, and I'm so happy that I was able to harvest it today and share it with you. So growing squash vertically is really great idea, especially if you are limited in space. And one tip also is that the bigger container you have, the better, because the size of the container I have is like I think a 10-gallon. So if, for example, I let them grow it, I think in the ground, it will give more produce, it will give me more squash. But since I started early, like I think early spring, I planted a squash. That's why today is May 21, so it's a little bit a time to wait, but it's really worth it, and I'm glad I did try to grow a squash vertically. And I'm going to show you also even after I cut them in half and yes, plan to roast them. And this squash has really got a lot of seeds, but if you let it ripe very well, it kind of, the texture is mushy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.